Hey guys, welcome to the next few weeks of the Artist's Way. It's been a few weeks since I did my last one because I decided I'm gonna take it slow, and I was doing having too much pressure on myself to keep on doing it every single week. So I decided I'm gonna take it my time to read the book, really take my time on the tasks, which means I'm doing it not every week, but it takes me maybe 2 weeks to get through one of the weeks, so I can really digest everything and make it seem more for pleasure and not just for work. So this is going to be the week 8 and 9, I believe, of the Artist's Way. The last one we did was 6 and 7. So these 2 weeks, the first one, week 8, was about recovering a sense of strength. So this one it took me a while to read actually, but one of the main things from this one was filling the form. So taking the next small step instead of skipping ahead to a big leap, and just kind of doing little things every day to get you closer to your dream and your goal and your art. And this reminded me a lot actually of Atomic Habits, which I read maybe a year or two ago. I read Atomic Habits, and it changed my entire perspective of incorporating little things into your routine to actually start reaching your goals and dreams and stuff. So this was really interesting that they called it filling the form. So it's just doing what you need to do and doing the next right thing, and instead of imagining about doing a play, slowly writing your play, or instead of thinking about your next big film and the promotion for it, just do 3 pages of your script or something. So little things to take the next step. And it's saying that creatives have an addiction to anxiety and things like this because we're trying to always get away from doing the next step, and that we're actually scared often of taking a big leap because for many reasons. For me, it was not knowing what's going to happen or fear of failure. So this task, the task this week, were really to get over your fear of failure. So we had to do some lookings at early patternings, things in the childhood that we might have told ourselves that we believe. There was some work with affirmations, and some of the tasks were the steps towards your goals. So name your dream, name one goal that signals to you its accomplishment. In a perfect world, where would you be in 5 years in relation to your dream? What can you do this year? What can you do this month? What can you do this week? What can you do today to go close to your dream? And finding its true north. This was something super interesting. Finding its north is basically finding the real reason why you want to do your dream. So some people, it's to gain respect, and it gave an example of one person is to be an actress, but for her, glamour is the emotional center of her dream, and the ultimate goal is to be a cover of a magazine or something. But someone else, it was to get a good review from a famous critic, so it's finding your true reason, your true north to achieving your dream. And then it was looking at childhood, what you could have done, what would have been an ideal childhood for you, and just kind of relearning a bunch of things, finding that sense of strength that you have inside to continue and pursue your art. And also some things were style search, 20 things you want to start doing, planning your ideal day, what would the best day in your life look like. And it's really interesting just looking at why you want certain things in your life and how achievable it is. And I just found it really interesting. So that was week 8. And for week 9, it was recovering a sense of compassion. So facing internal blocks in your creativity that you might have. And I did feel some synchronization because between these last 2 weeks, I released my first song on Spotify and made a music video for it. So stream it. It's called Too Late. Is it too late to ask if you could be mine? Anyways, so I was facing a lot of kind of inner goals and inner feelings about releasing it. I know it could have been maybe mastered a little better, maybe this could have been better, but at the end of the day, I need to try and let go of perfectionism and just release things, create things, and just release it and let it do its thing. So this was a really important week for me, week 9, which was recovering that sense of compassion for your art and realizing that fear is something that often blocks an artist. So fear of releasing things, fear of failure, fear of the next big step, fear of wasting your time, fear of being seen, many things like this, which stops people from doing their art in the first place, and let alone releasing their art or showing their art to people. So in relation to me putting out my music for the first time, it was also such like an important week to do this for me. So some interesting tasks were to read your morning pages. Now, I don't have all my books with me because I'm actually on my next journal. I just opened a new journal, which, by the way, I love to do. It feels so refreshing. So I had to read some of my morning pages, and it was interesting just seeing little dilemmas that I had, little tasks that I was talking about, little things in there that don't matter anymore, and like seeing my process and dealing with it. So it's really interesting seeing what every day brings to me. And next thing was visualizing, so realizing your true north and like naming your goal properly, and like putting this like concretely in your brain, and also putting your priorities, your creative goals for the year, looking at creative U-turns you might have taken, and forgiving yourself for failures of nerve, timing, and initiative. So this is so important to move on as a blocked artist. I did my pages pretty much every single day, and my artist dates were kind of all over the place. Sometimes I didn't choose to do an artist date, but I ended up doing something anyways that wasn't initially an artist date. But that's something I want to work on this week, is really doing my artist dates properly. Although I'm spending a lot of time alone during summer, so that's nice. But I'm currently in the middle of week 10. I'm still reading it, so after week 10 there's only 2 more weeks, I think, and then we'll finish the course. So thank you guys for sticking with me and watching these videos if you're watching them, and stream my new song. I have a few new songs I'm working on which should be coming out soon, so I'm really excited. Different sounds I'm experimenting with. And yeah, enjoy your day, enjoy your evening or morning or afternoon, and thank you for watching. Bye.